Hello, everybody. Okay, I had to restart because for some reason I was having a bad connection. Happy Sunday, everyone. I am so glad that you stopped by my page, and I'm so glad that you came by to do the affirmation jar. Affirmations have been a very, very pivotal part in my life, especially in 2018. It has been a very trying lesson-based year for me, and I believe that affirmations have helped me to change my perspective and keep a level head to be able to respond to things, instead of reacting to them. So with that being said, if anybody else is out there and you're watching, if you would like to add anything about some wins, you want to share any wins that you had in 2018, and a lesson. I'm not going to call it a loss or a trial. I want to just say a lesson. If you would like to share that, that would be awesome. You can just type it down below. For me, I would say a big win for me was conquering my fear of creating content. I want to share what I've learned, what I know, my experiences, so that other people can benefit from it in a positive way. And I've always been kind of outgoing and talkative, but then to do it like for media was a different thing. So for me, starting my YouTube channel, that was huge for me. That was a big win. A lesson that I have learned this year is you can love people, but you can't love them enough for both of y'all. They have to be able to love themselves. And I had to learn to step back and give people space, because you just can't do that. The only thing I can do is love me and learn about myself and see what I can control and take action on those things. So anyway, I want to talk about what an affirmation is. It's a positive statement that can help you to challenge, it can help you to challenge and overcome self-sabotaging and negative thoughts when you repeat them often and believe them. And I mean, it only takes like a little mustard seed of faith to get that ball rolling. You can start to make a positive change. In Habakkuk, I hope I'm pronouncing it right, 2:2, it says, write the vision and make it clear. So, of course, you can do a vision board. You can write it in a journal. An affirmation jar is just another way to get that vision out of your thoughts, out of your mind, onto paper. So that's, to help you be able, just another creative way to do it. And speaking of creativity, science has concluded that we can create new neural pathways by experiencing new and different things. So when those neural pathways are have grown, you have to strengthen them through repetition. So your habits, such as your thinking, feeling, and your acting, are going to be a big part in making those new neural pathways stronger. And when you have an affirmation jar, a journal, vision board, you can see or write those things down, pick them out of the jar, and you can look at those things and begin to create new neural pathways. And you're not just going based off of what has already been indoctrinated or embedded in your thought process. So let's see. I want to go ahead and show you the jar that I started. I started this one already. It was a blue mason jar. I love sunflowers, so I put that on there because I felt like that would be something that every day when I see it on my work desk, I would actually pick it up and say, oh yeah, because it's something that I enjoy. Then I added a little glitter to the jar. We'll pull the tape off later. And then I added a little gold glitter ribbon to the top. And I'll probably add a few more pearls to that while we're sitting here talking. And that was the one thing that I forgot to let you all know in the email and in the video about the supplies that you needed. I forgot to let you know that you would need some type of adhesive, glue, a glue stick, something that you could actually glue all of your decorations onto your jar with. So my apologies for that. So hopefully you have something of that nature that you can use for your jar. Let's see here. I'm going to go ahead and start adding some pearls because I like pearls to my jar. But while we're doing that, I want you all to think about what your 2019 is going to look like. What is it going to feel like? What is it going to smell like? What is it going to taste like? That is very important. You need to indulge your senses to get your imagination going. I think sometimes when we're little, we're so free from all of the worldly perspective on things that it's easy for us to use our imagination. But as you get older and you have to work and you pay bills and you're around all these other ideas, it begins to be harder. But the imagination is such a very strong component in us that will give us the ability to see past where we are to get to where we want to go. And that's why we are going to use affirmation jars this year to help us do that. So while you're sitting here decorating your jar, what does your 2019 look like? For me, I would say my 2019 is freeing for me. It looks like freedom. It smells like freedom. It feels like freedom, meaning I don't have to be bound to one way to make my money, one way for my income to come in. I can freely go as I please and not have to worry and stress about things that seem important but are really not that important. I want to be able to love and enjoy my friends and family more. I want to travel more. I would like to expand my businesses more in 2019 and connect with more wonderful, beautiful people. Man, hot glue is super hot. So be careful if you're using hot glue. Okay. Let's see here. Now, when most people think about affirmations, they automatically just start thinking about just words that are coming to mind. But they can be scriptures. They can be song lyrics that motivate you or inspire you. There can be sayings that maybe your grandmother or somebody close to you said to get you pumped up or excited when you played sports or when you had something important you had to do. The affirmations can even be goals that you write in the future tense. Say, for instance, you want to lose weight in 2019. You could say, I can see myself 10 pounds down. I look great, or man, I'm so glad I took the initiative and I wrote my book in spite of my fear. Things like that. Okay, I think this is coming along pretty cute, pretty good. Can't go wrong with a little glitter and a few pearls. Let's see. Well, the next thing I want to talk about are the 3 tips for using your affirmation jar daily. I feel like just like anything else, we can we can buy books, we can listen to podcasts or YouTube videos, and the information is good in that moment and it gets you excited. But then as those days keep going on, we don't use our resources. So with the affirmation jar, I feel like if you do these 3 important things, the affirmation jar will be positive and effective in your life. So for me, number 1 is when you pull from the affirmation jar and you pick something that you've written. These are your personal goals, scriptures, lyrics, quotes, whatever is inspiring and motivating you. These are your words. So those things are going to motivate you. But when you pull from the jar, it's giving your mind something daily to have a task for, something you can focus on. So where your energy goes, where your attention goes, your energy flows. So if you pull this out and all day you're kind of thinking about that thing has no choice but to eventually manifest itself. God is going to bless you with that thing or whatever it is, or for you to overcome something that you have power over, whether it's speaking in public, whether it's writing your first play, whether it's going out for your sports team, whatever the case may be, you're able to focus on that daily task from your affirmation jar and you focus on that. The next thing I would say is it will help build your faith. when you pull from this jar, you're speaking of things to come, things that you want, the desires of your heart. So you're living in expectancy. You're living knowing that those things are going to come to pass. When are they going to come to pass in 2019? That may not necessarily be the what you know, but you know it's going to happen, and you're living waiting for that to happen for you. So I would say the third thing is your perspective. Using your affirmation jar is going to help you, shift your perspective. You'll be able to see things, blessings and growth in all the things that you're trying to do, even the things that have seemingly tried to hurt you. You'll learn a lesson in that. You'll get stronger from it. Okay? How are y'all coming with y'all jars? Hopefully y'all will send me pictures or tag me in them when you get done. When you're putting down in your jar your affirmations and your goals and your dreams and the things that are to come down in your affirmation jar, it's the same thing. They're small little seeds. And it may not seem like enough right now, but it's enough, and you can take those things. It has the potential to multiply itself. Okay? So hopefully right now you got some sheets of paper out. And for my first affirmation that I'm going to add to my jar, since I'm pretty much done with it, is going to be, I'm going to write it down right quick, and then I'll share with y'all. And if you're just joining, I would love for you all to add like a win that you had this year and a lesson that you learned this year. How did you grow this year? And how can you take those things and add them to your affirmation jar to utilize for 2019 as it comes about? Because there's other people that I'm going to try to share this. If you're out there and you're watching, share it, please. Other people need to hear it too. We do have some control of our thoughts and our destiny. We don't have to just wait and sit and just let things happen to us. So my first one is, hold on 1 second, I'm going to write it down. Let's see. Oh, my pen is not working. Okay. Okay. So for my first affirmation that's going into the jar, I am saying, all things are working for my good. I can't have any distractions in 2019. So anything that comes my way that seemingly is negative, I am going to make sure that I'm stating all things are working for my good, because that is true. Anything that comes my way, I mean, even if it makes me cry, even if it makes me mad, even if it makes me feel those things, I'm going to feel through those things, and then I'm going to remember my affirmation. All things are working for my good. So I am going to add that one to my jar. And that is the first one that is going down. I hope y'all are able to do the affirmation jars. Even if you couldn't do it right now, I hope you're going to do them. If you've watched this, please share, comment, and let me know if there's anything else that you would like to dialogue about, talk about, anything that I can help with, please let me know. Reach out to me. And if you do an affirmation jar, use the hashtag Affirm Your Year jars, and I will be able to find it on social media so that I can see how nice your jars are. And I appreciate everybody watching and sharing the video. Don't forget to subscribe. You can go to alexmonet.com and subscribe to my mailing list. That way you don't miss out on events and products and services that are coming. And like I said, I appreciate you. I hope that you all have a wonderful rest of your evening. I hope that you have a blessed week. Peace and many blessings.